Hey, hey, hey. It sounds like I'm gonna start singing. What is that song? It's a K-pop song where she's like, "Hey, hey, hey." Does is anybody aware of Masterclass? So I am. Wait a second. Yeah, I've been looking into Masterclass, and there's a couple of things that I want to learn. Like, there's tons of stuff that I want to learn. I want to learn how to play piano. I want to learn how to play the guitar. I want to learn how, like, I want vocal, like, classes. I want classes on web development, classes on cooking, classes on photography, classes on just about any and everything. I'm just like super interested in, but you can't just learn all that stuff. You have to, it's sad to say, but you have to like narrow it down and master one thing at a time. And for me, I'm looking for like a particular, like I want a broad range of classes so that I can eventually narrow it down. But then also that class needs to have like a ton of information so that I can learn within that year. So I noticed, which sucks, Masterclass forces you to pay for like a subscription, but they force you to pay for that year. So you might be paying $15 each month, but you essentially paying one whole lump sum. So that sucks. And they're offering this sale. It's like buy one get one free kind of thing. Buy one and offer like another one as a gift to a friend. My thing is I don't have anybody who would be interested in a master class, like the web, into the app website, whatever. I don't have anybody who'd be interested in it and will actually do it, like get their money's worth. So it's not really a deal to me. I really wish they would have just offered like 50% off. I had something in there. But anyways, yeah, I really wish they would have offered 50% off, or they could have also offered a like, yeah, I would pay for essentially both, one membership for me, one membership for someone else, but I can use that next, like the year after my membership ends. So then I have two memberships, like I'm paying for the price like 2 years instead of 1 year. I don't know. The whole thing is it would cost me basically, for the subscription that I want, it would cost me 240, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I'm not paying that. I'm not paying no 240. So I've been eyeballing it, and they offer like a 30-day get your money back guarantee. My thing is I think I might forget the 30 days is up and I won't get my money back. So also, they will be holding on to my $240, and I'm broke. I'm broke. It's Christmas time. I'm like not even, I haven't even Christmas shopped and worried about shopping for everybody, like being able to buy everybody gifts, because I don't have it like that. I don't even, I barely even have enough to like buy food, let alone adding the extra cost of gifts. So this weekend I'm gonna be spending some time looking for like thoughtful but low budget gifts, and then yeah, I just can't afford masterclass. So I have been looking into like, my library offers a LinkedIn Learning, So I just need to ask my sister if she still has her. I don't know if she still has her keyboard, but ask her, can I borrow her keyboard, and then like spend one day a week learning, like just going over the course and learning the keyboard. I think that would be really cool. I'm not really into photography anymore, but yeah, I think I can do that one. It's just I'm interested in learning something new lately. I don't know why. Maybe because it's cold outside and you just want to stay indoors. But I've been interested in learning something new. I've been interested in doing new things. Like I'm looking for a group to go ice skating, but we'll see about that. Yeah, that will probably be like way like probably at the end of winter. But yeah. But for the most part, I've been trying to figure out like my next move. Like, what's my next move? What am I gonna do? I need like a second. I need a second source of income. So I've been looking for that. I thought maybe YouTube. Like maybe I can do something with YouTube. My thing is I don't really know much about the algorithm. And I don't really know if I am capable of posting every single day because I don't feel like I have content. Like, I don't feel like I have like high quality professional content that I could post on a daily basis. Um, I can do vlogs, but I can't really post, that stuff on the daily basis because I'm busy. I'm super busy. So just I'm looking into that a little bit more, and then also I reapplied to college to learn engineering. So I'm definitely going to pursue that career path a little bit more seriously. So yeah, I'm busy, 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 busy bee. But yeah, I figured, I don't know. I considered, again, I consider YouTube, but then also it's just like I don't want the extra pressure. So we don't know. We don't know. I'm confused over here. But yeah, I've been looking into masterclass. That's like my main thing. Is I've been a bit obsessed with learning more about masterclass because I guess it's just something like, it's like classes you can do, but you can do it from the comfort of your home, from anywhere. So I can literally listen to it at any time of the day. Like at work, I get a chance to listen. So for 8 hours a day, I can listen to books, podcasts, music. And some days I do a combination of all three. On the best days, I listen to a podcast in the morning, and then once the break hits, I start listening to music because there's a specific radio station that I listen to, and I love like the radio host. So I listen to them. They're pretty funny, and then even though they're not in my country, and then I listen to like a really good book. If it's a great book, then I will listen to that for like the next 2 days, and I won't listen to anything else. So I recently completed a book called The Paleface Lie, and it was really interesting. Like, it was really interesting. And it's about this guy who he writes a memoir about his life, and he lived a pretty tough life. Like, his mom had mental illness, his dad did as well, but his dad was an interesting case because he was Cherokee American Indian, and because of that, he wanted his son to be just tough and wild. So he would do things like drive around the drive around really fast in his car, and while the sun is just like no seatbelt on, just like flying around the car. And he would do that to like toughen him up. And he would also like make him an accomplice to a lot of his crimes. So he lived a pretty rough life and he struggled in school, but somehow he pulled himself out of it. Like he was very resilient. All the kids in the household were very resilient and went to college, went to the military, and had families of their own. But some of the stories, like as he was being raised, are just really interesting, and that kept me very busy for the last 2 days. So I listened intently to that book. I was like so into that book, and then when it finished, it was like just a wave of like sadness because I don't have a good book like that anymore. So yeah, it's called The Pale-Faced Lie by David Crow. Really great book. Love that book. Very interesting. I learned a lot of things. He grew, so he, for an extended amount of time, he lived on a Navajo reservation, and that was really interesting to hear. And he would talk about the men who would be like drunk and how he'd play games or commit crimes, throw like fireworks at them. It's just like really, really sad, but also at times, if you are that kind of person who can just kind of laugh at sadness a little bit or like find the comedy in the little things, then yeah, you might like that book. But yeah, that was pretty cool. So I listened to that book. That was interesting. But I mostly listen to celebrity memoirs. I think the last celebrity memoir I listened to was, I think it was the Tina Fey one, Bossy Pants. So I listened to hers. Hers was pretty interesting, but it wasn't as good as The Pale-Faced Lie. I did listen to the Will Smith book, like his memoir. I listened to Jamie Foxx's book about his children. I listened to the Gucci Mane memoir. There's another Issa Rae's book. I listened to hers, even though it wasn't it was interesting to learn more about her because I didn't know that much about her, like her life, but it didn't really like capture me like some other books did. So yeah, it was interesting. I've been interested in the Jeanette McCurdy one, but I heard a podcast about that, and I'm not really sure if that will be a good one. But yeah, mostly just listen to memoirs. I'll listen to some romance here and there, but for the most part, memoirs. I'm very interested in memoirs. And then the podcast, I've been looking for more comedy podcasts to listen to. I have to go through a lot of recommendations. So what I'll do is in the evenings, I'll go on TikTok, scroll, like type in book talk, and then just start scrolling. A lot of it is like smutty books, smutty material, but I tried. It's just, my thing is when there's a series, because I tried listening to a book, but it's in a series. So when it's a series and I can't listen to the next book, I'm like, because I'm super invested in the characters. So I did listen to a smutty book called, I think, American Queen, and then I listened to American Prince, but then I think the next one is like American King or something like that, and they don't have it. Like I can't find it from my app, so it's just like I'm invested in these characters already. Like once I read the first one, I'm already invested in the characters. And then yeah. So I'm already invested in the characters, and I'm like, you know what? This sucks. So I stopped reading those. Memoirs are the best thing for me because at least I can like read it, and the story can be over, and I don't have to worry like I need to know more. I don't need to know anymore. But I did listen to a really cool one about, I think it was like Love in the Villa or something like that. But it was like these two people, um, they buy the same villa, and the website the host made a mistake. And then come to find out they have a movie similar to the book. So I watched the movie on Netflix. But yeah, that was a fun book to read. But yeah, any book recommendations you have? I'm like obsessed with books, especially memoirs. I'm obsessed with memoirs. I used to be obsessed with psychology books, but not anymore. So the last psychology book I read had some psychology information in it was, what's it called? It's like it's like a book that Oprah collaborated with someone with. Yeah, it's called What Happened to You. And I read that. That was really interesting. It gives you a lot of information, and lots. Like, there's a lot that I can't even remember from that book, and I need to reread the book because of it. So I think that's a really great book, and it's a really great book to like have, so that you can reread it. So yeah, What Happened to You was a good book. That I may reread like later on, like maybe next year or 2 years from now. I might reread that book. But yeah, after The Pale-Faced Lie, I just haven't found any other books that I'm extremely interested in. So I've been looking for some books. I found, oh yeah, I've been listening to lately. So after reading that book, I've been listening to This Thing Called Life by Neil Carlin, and it's Princess Odyssey on and off the record. And there is some audio that was recorded with Prince, and it's pretty interesting to learn, a little bit more about his life, and things that I didn't really know, or you just don't know. If all you know is Purple Rain, then there's a ton more that you can learn about his life. So I listened to a little bit of that. It's a little slow, so I'm not really sure if I'll finish that one. But I do like some of the recordings that you can like actually hear his voice, or some of the stories the guy tells, like pretty interesting stories. The fact that he would call him at night, like, oh, he called me at night, and this is a normal thing. And just kind of the story he told about that. I don't really want to give too much of it away. And I'm only 27% in the book. So it's going to take me a while to finish that one. Also, I'm going to a Prince themed get together pretty soon, and I really like Prince. Like, I like a lot of his music. It's pretty interesting, pretty cool. I like a lot of his music. But yeah, so that's what I'm listening to right now. I downloaded We're Going to Need More Wine by Gabrielle Union. I'm not sure if I like that, so if you listen to it, let me know. And then Oh, Judy Blume and the Unlikely Event. I've read a Judy Blume book before a long time ago, so I'm hoping this is okay, but I'm not really gonna commit to it. So if I don't like it in the first 2 hours, I'll probably just get rid of it. But yeah, those are the books I have so far. I'm looking for more recommendations. Um, Looking to see what I can do with this. But I do want to become more regular. I think it's pretty interesting to look back on, some of the things you did in the past. So I will definitely upload this and continue to post more regularly, just for myself, if that's the case. But yeah, hopefully I have another book that just wows me like that book. I'm trying to remember the last book that really wowed me. I think it was the Cheating Land book. So I read a book. I think the author is anonymous, but it's a book called Cheating Land, and it's a therapist who wrote about his clients, or his clients that cheated. And that is really interesting. That is really interesting because he tells, like, the stories that they tell him. So that really wowed me. But yeah, nothing else. All right. Well, if you stayed this long, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time.